more recently with the Lions. Cooper back to Blau. Deep downfield for Green. And he catches it. A.J. Green will take it all the way into the end zone. And that is a Cardinals touchdown. And lost since he's taken over. From the 25-yard line, McCaffrey picks up 9.
That allows the 49ers to give a defense so many looks.
Started in the backfield. Purdy completes. That's Juszczyk to midfield. Kyle Juszczyk to the 40 of the Cardinals. Pickup of 26. Brock Purdy. Pressure coming from Watt, but he'll take off and go down the sideline. And he's out of bounds with a 49er first down. Deebo Samuel in motion. Brock Purdy will dump it off to McCaffrey. He's got a blocker. He's headed for the end zone, and Christian McCaffrey has a 49er touchdown. On a third down, Blau has a moment, but he's going to go down inside the 20. 49ers with a sack. Samson Ebukam, his now, 5.5 sacks this season. Purdy in trouble, and he is sacked. And J.J. Watt
with that stuff back then.
Blau with an empty backfield completes. Greg Dortch fights hard.
Going to go for it here on fourth down.
Yeah, this is in Kingsbury's DNA, and I don't think they didn't see the surge. Where's that push from behind for Blau?
You got Eric Armstead back and healthy.
They don't even measure. Isaiah Simmons will bring down Brock Purdy all the way back at the 49er 42-yard line. Here it comes. Blau flips a forward shovel pass. Corey Clement across the 30. Fred Warner brings him down, and it's fourth down. Purdy with a quick throw and a catch at the 40. It's Ayuk, who couldn't come up with the last one. Good enough for a first down.
Really built for younger quarterbacks to come in and thrive.
Quick pass, moving towards midfield. That's George Kittle's first catch of the game. From the 45, they need 10 for a first. Purdy is running and knocked down behind the 50-yard line. Myjai Sanders, the rookie from Cincinnati, came up on an unusual-looking play. Tip is more in favor of the home team. Blau floats one and a mix-up, and there it is, a big defensive play. The 49ers with a takeaway to Sean Gibson, who was down there when the Cardinals made the big play with A.J. Green for the touchdown, and he comes up with the interception. McCaffrey remains the back. He's got the touchdown on the catch from Purdy, and he gets that grab. Quick acceleration inside the 10-yard line, just short of the first down. Mitchell in the backfield. McCaffrey in motion. Elijah Mitchell has it, bouncing into the end zone, and that's a 49er touchdown. Blau dumps it off. That's the tight end, the rookie tight end McBride, and Trey McBride gets up across the 45-yard line. 16 starters. That's currently third most injuries in the NFL. Blau is going to go down inside the 45. Nick Bosa, 18.5 sacks, continuing to add on to his NFL league-leading total. 3rd and 14. Pressure coming. Dumps it off. Corey Clement slips a tackle. They'll have a first down inside the 49er 40-yard line.
Yeah, good play call here.
Keontae Ingram has entered the game. Blau will keep inside the 30. It'll bring up a third down. They need 11. Blau throws quickly. The pass caught and falling. It's Trey McBride. Alshire brought him down. Should be enough for the first down. Greg Dortch. And it still hasn't stopped. Like it was about 5 yards ago when it looked like the play was over. Corey Clement down towards the goal line. Corey Clement straight ahead, and he is in for a Cardinal touchdown. A bounce back and touchdown drive for Arizona. And it is in his home state of Arizona on Fox. Purdy to throw and open. Hanging on at the 45. Brandon Ayuk. McCaffrey straight ahead. And Christian McCaffrey spinning inside the 30. Brock Purdy on target inside the 20. Jawan Jennings on 3rd and 6. Purdy has a moment, throws, and the catch made for a first down by McCaffrey.
Threatens deep, puts on the brakes, makes a catch.
Deebo Samuel, can he get through? He squeezes inside the 10-yard line.
Close to a first down.
55 catches this year. McCaffrey, the handoff. 3 Cardinals start shoving him back, led by Jalen Thompson when he got inside the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. Purdy, end zone throw. Oh, a fingertip catch. George Kittle has a 49er touchdown. That's Jennings in motion. Fake to McCaffrey. Middle of the field, Ayuk, and he's over 1,000 receiving yards.
Understanding where your weak spots are and where pressure might come from.
He's hit. Hangs onto the football. The sack. J.J. Watt. Part of the decision to step away when he did. McCaffrey with a lot of room. Stiff arming inside the 45 of the Cardinals.
And then try and cover these guys once we split them out.
Quick dump off to Elijah Mitchell, who has the touchdown run. Mitchell down the sideline. He cuts back all the way inside the 10 of Arizona. It'll be a 1st and goal 49ers. 37-yard run down to the 6. Mitchell for the end zone and in for another 49er touchdown. 2 today for Elijah Mitchell. On a 3rd and 10, Blau has time and goes deep for Hollywood Brown, and it's intercepted. A juggling pick for Tashad Gibson, his 2nd of the day. All the way back inside the 35 of Arizona. Deebo Samuel starts in the backfield as Brock Purdy looks around and dumps it off to him, who slips a tackle. Samuel gliding out of bounds. Purdy with time, but not enough. Couldn't get rid of it. Cameron Thomas, rookie from San Diego State.
And he's the reason, him being out, that Ben Neiman's in today.
18th year as they take their streak into the playoffs. A home game against, they'll find out soon, by tonight maybe. Well, they will find out by the end of that Packer-Lion game who they play as Dortch battles to get up. He's got a first down near the 28-yard line. Blau. Ball's out. He goes down. 49ers pointing. We'll wait for the official call. Jordan Willis knocked it out, and the 49ers have the football. I call him a walk-in Hall of Famer, meaning the minute he's eligible, he can hit right in. And Kittle has it for a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. See if Mason gets his chance. Fake to him. Purdy throws, end zone, catch, he holds on, and that is another George Kittle touchdown. He had 5 touchdowns against Arizona in the last 2 games. They are try-hard guys, and they have battled. through all of the injuries and underdog role they've been put in. There's McSorley on the run that we talked about. That's what he was doing most of when he first came in for Colt McCoy. Got the first down. In the postseason, they'll be gearing up. McSorley's throw. What a catch down to the 36 by A.J. Green. McSorley slides before he could get the first down, and now it is fourth down. They'll need about 3 or 4 here. McSorley, Ingram, 49er defense with the stop. Lenore on the man on the spot, and the offense will take over. The second seed in the NFC. Vikings won earlier today to get the 3rd spot. Tampa Bay 4th. Ty Davis-Price carries once again. Had an early season ankle injury, kind of put him behind on some things.
It certainly has hurt the top end of the market, kind of what's happened with Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson this season and all the injuries we've seen.
There's another interception thrown. George Odom, top special teams player for the 49ers, gets his opportunity, and a dazzling return all the way inside the 15-yard line.
Structurally, offensively, and from a mentality standpoint from an entire team, just being physical.
We're going to get you out to the Rams in Seattle. That game is tied, headed to overtime, but we're going to come back right here to wrap things up for Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. A 38-13 win, 13-4 record, 10 straight wins, division title, and heading into the playoffs where they will host a game.